Betty, just checking in. I'm out taking my kids Father's Day shopping for their dad, and it's about, believe it or not, it's like 3:08 p.m. and we ate a late breakfast, so it should be okay. I handed everybody a banana, so everybody's like chugging down some bananas, but I haven't had one yet, so I'm waiting for lunch. And quite honestly, I was like so tempted to just grab a bag of peanuts or something that was roasted. So they're not raw. I'm trying to save my cooked meal today for tonight because we're going to go out to eat tonight, right? And so I'm saving my meal till then. Oh, and today, let me remind you, is the last day for this raw part of the challenge. So I'm very happy about that, because had I not been raw today, I could have bought the bag of peanuts and it would have been totally fine. And I know it's not like a big deal to other people, but it's a big deal to me. It's a deal I made with myself, and I want to carry it through. This is the last day. I don't want to lose it on the last day, so I can do this. I can do it. Just stick with it, Kat. It's a feeling of completion I have to have. Hey everybody. Okay, so we are on our way out to meet some friends for dinner tonight. Sorry about the funky light. Looks like I got a turtleneck on. Anyway, I was sitting here going over some of the comments on my last video, which was the sugar video, right? And going over like the sugar withdrawals, possible sugar withdrawals. And some comments are coming up which are very, very interesting comments about the sugar-free items that I may be having, and that some other people have had headaches when they take sugar-free items. And I don't doubt that. I'm sure everybody has a different reaction to those things. One of my children can't have anything sugar-free because he breaks out in a rash. And so it definitely can...
and his tongue swells.
Yeah, so things can definitely, you know, attack people in different ways. But as far as like the sugar-free thing, I wanted to clarify that I'm really not having a lot more sugar-free than I have had in the past. We were sitting here thinking about it, going, okay, well, what else have I done? Because I've always carried around sugar-free mints and gum in my purse. Never had a problem. Still do the same thing. I've always had sugar-free, we were thinking, I've always had sugar-free desserts at the buffets. Still do the same ones. Oh, the only thing I've taken out is I don't have the sugar dessert items at the buffet. But I have always had those sugar-free items with no problem.
And you're not necessarily having more sugar-free items.
No, it's the same amount, you know, that I've had, or actually even less, because maybe there's some fruit that's coming in. But what would you say the amount of fruit is that I've been having?
Oh, I don't know the amount. I know it's increased. I know.
Yeah, it has increased, but it's not like 80-10-10 increased or anything like that. But yeah, I have had like, instead of like a dinner, sometimes I'll just have watermelon, right? And that's true. And it's just because I'm lazy and I don't feel like making a salad, and I don't want a salad, and I just want a little of something cold because it's over 100 degrees here.
Well, it's summertime.
Yeah, and so I have it, but one thing that you have to remember about fruit is when you do have fruit, a lot of times, you know, I think it was, I don't want to say Dr. X, there was somebody else that I was listening to talking about fruit, that one good thing about fruit is that it's actually, it differs from refined sugar in the way that it's the poison that also contains the antidote. Because of the fiber that is in it, and it's a slow release, it's absorbed differently in your system, it's not as harmful. Granted, you don't want to have a ton of it, and I've not been having a ton of it. I have had an increase, but I haven't had a ton of it. The increase has been not huge, really, because what I used to do was 1 or 2 pieces of fruit a day, and I'm still having fruit at 2 different times a day, just twice a day, but I'm having a little bit more of it. But I still listen to my body, and I don't like gorge myself on it. So I'll have a little watermelon, and then when I'm done, I stop eating. So it's a good point to bring up, that maybe some people's body is processing it differently, but I really don't think that that's what it is. Also, I can't deny the fact that sugar withdrawals are real. I mean, it really, refined sugar.
Really? Tell me about it.
Yeah, you do have withdrawals, period, and
Cut back on all your processed sugar in a week.
Right.
Well, that's what you're going through.
Right.
You're going to start getting lethargic.
It's plain and simple. Yeah, and I actually have not had any sugar-free puddings or sugar-free jellos, or I've been trying to stay away from more processed things, and so I've kept my sugar-free items to a minimum because of that. I used to love, sugar-free, or not sugar-free, but light Cool Whip. The reason why I didn't go with, the reason why I didn't go with sugar-free Cool Whip is because the hydrogenated oil that's in that is just ridiculous, and so that's very harmful. So of the two evils, it was better to go with the light Cool Whip. But I have not done that because that has 3 different types of sugar in it, even being light, so I've stayed off of that. And so I've also stayed off of sugar-free Cool Whip and those things. I'm not putting that down. For anybody that needs it, go for it. But I have tried to stay away from the processed sugar-free for a reason. So I've kept it minimal. And that's why I think I may be having even less sugar-free now than I was doing when I was doing Smart Points, because I was really counting on those low points to make up my Smart Points. You see what I'm saying? And so since I've taken them out, I've depended on the fruit because it's free still, and it doesn't have any of that other stuff in it, right? So it falls within.
It's full of fiber.
And it's full of fiber. That's the biggest thing, is because I wanted to make sure my digestive system is running on track, and I can't do that without the fiber. So it's really important. So anyway, I did pretty good today. Had a little bit of a headache earlier, and I didn't have anything sugar-free that would have brought that on. Right? So I still think that it's the sugar withdrawals, but I am paying closer attention to the amount of sugar-free stuff that I have, and also the amount of fruit that I'm having too, because honestly you can gain, I realize that you can gain weight on eating too much fruit.
I did.
So yeah, he did it one time, and I did too one time when we were doing that 80-10-10 diet, but it's right now I'm trying to keep it somewhat balanced. I realize it may look like I'm having like an abundance of like buffets and stuff like that, but I think maybe like last week we did 2 buffets in a week, right? And then so it's like, and we do, the other day we got caught eating out. I had to eat a fat burger because we had to have lunch.
Oh man, we should do a fat burger video.
But there was nothing sugar-free there, that's for sure. And there was no fruit there. I would have been in luck to have that stuff there. Anyway, those are good points that you guys are bringing up. But I'm thinking, I still don't think that's what it is. But nevertheless, they are good points. Now, somebody else had brought up the idea of the buffet treats. And I'm pretty sure what they use to sweeten those is acesulfame potassium, and because it bakes so well and it keeps well, and so I'm going to find out for sure, but I think that's what it is. And if it is, that is one of the sweeteners that is known for not causing any after effects. So, and what's more after that is that I didn't actually get the headache after a buffet. I don't think it was after a buffet that I got it. So
no, and you haven't had like a headache every day. It just started the other day.
No, it just started the other day. Well, I had one last week, and then I had one yesterday that was like weird, and then a little one today. So I don't know. I think I'm coming out of it, but again, like I said, good points. Thank you for bringing them up. Yeah, just a lot of there's a lot to weigh, definitely when you do this, but then when I get off, I mean, sugar doesn't get a free bill of health. I mean, sugar is, you know what I mean? Which is worse? You have to ask yourself, which is worse, the sugar-free or the sugar itself? And I think, they both can be damaging. But sugar is definitely a huge, huge, I have seen in my life. Skin problems, fatty liver, digestive issues, immunity disorders, you name it, you know what I mean?
Offensive odor.
Yeah, right. Sugar is definitely, it comes with a huge amount of baggage with it.
Itching and scratching.
We'll just leave it at there for now. Thank you, you guys. I really appreciate your feedback. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Everybody, we are home, getting ready for bed. I'm going to let you go for tonight. We had a wonderful, wonderful dinner with some of the most beautiful people in the world to us, our very good friends, and they treated us once again to a wonderful night. So I had an excellent bowl of ramen, and it was really, really good, and I'm like super picky about where I have about ramen and the broth, you know, how it's all about the broth, and the noodles are secondary to the broth. It's really rich, really, really good, top notch. It was in the, I want to say the noodle shop in Mandalay Bay, and boy, was it good, I'll tell you. But nowhere near as good as the company, because we absolutely loved the people that we were there with. So it was really good tonight. And let's see, afterward we went to, you know, they were going to get mochi ice cream, and then because I was doing this no sugar challenge, they said, nope, let's get up and let's go. There's a yogurt place somewhere else here in Mandalay Bay, and I think they have no sugar added. And I thought that was see, what did I tell you? I mean, just for somebody to do that for you, that's just awesome. I have no words. And it was really good. I got no sugar added cheesecake flavor with fresh berries on it. So really, really good. And I have no headache now. Let's hope I don't have one tomorrow. I don't think I'll have a problem with that. But anyway, there we go. And I couldn't be happier that my raw challenge portion of the challenge is over tonight. So tomorrow I don't have to be raw at all my other meals. So as we go forward, I'm still on the no sugar challenge for 2 more weeks for the rest of the month of June. And then every day I have one meal where, you know, I was saying one cooked meal, but what it is at that meal I'm going to have meat protein. I'm free to have meat protein at the other meals. All other times of the day I'm allowing cooked vegetables now, so I can have beans and potatoes and things like that. I don't have to stay raw, but I'm only going to be having like meat protein at one meal of the day, and then the other ones are going to be plant protein, but they can be cooked, and that's going to be for the rest of the month, 2 more weeks. All right, and again, no sugar, so let's see how that goes. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go for tonight. Love you a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.